We all want to be unbothered. Whenever we feel uncomfortable, we're quick to distract ourselves, keep ourselves busy, and we do whatever we can to not feel the discomfort. But you and I both know that none of this actually works. So I recently did the Vipassana 10-day meditation course, and during the course I did a little experiment on myself. And I want to share with you what works and what doesn't when it comes to being unbothered. So first of all, what does it mean to be unbothered? It's not about not feeling annoyed, not feeling angry, not feeling upset. It's about not reacting. So what I loved about Vipassana is that it shows you exactly how you react to discomfort. So Vipassana meditation is essentially a body scan. You're scanning your body from head to toe, and the intention behind this is to practice equanimity, so treating all sensations as the same. So the experiment that I did is related to this. So during the Vipassana meditation, I started to get the hang of practicing equanimity, and then this amazing thing happened where the pain that I was feeling in my lower body from sitting cross-legged for so long, that pain completely went away. And I was fascinated because the pain was so intense, and I didn't know that treating it like any other sensation would make it go away. So then I began to experiment to see what would bring the pain back and what would make the pain go away again. And the conclusion to my experiment is that any mental interference will make the pain come back, and it will make the pain worse. So when I say mental interference, that's any kind of thoughts about the pain. So just thinking about the pain, thinking about how to make it go away, thinking why it's not going away, anything related to the pain, strategizing, analyzing, evaluating, all of this doesn't work. It's a complete disservice to ourselves. So what does work is exactly what Vipassana teaches, and that's to treat all sensations as the same. So normally we don't do that. We have very clear preferences for our sensations. So certain sensations and emotions feel comfortable and desirable, others feel uncomfortable and undesirable. And these preferences then create an attachment. We get attached to how we want to feel. So then we resist certain experiences, we cling on to others, and life just becomes a little bit more messy than it needs to be. And I just experienced this right before sitting down to film this. I got really annoyed and I let it be known. So this practice of equanimity is not easy. It's so much easier said than done. But I did feel a difference, and it's that I was able to remind myself not to add any unnecessary layers to what I'm already feeling. So during the course, there was this moment during meditation where I felt like my body was expanding, and it felt like my body was about 10 times larger than it actually is. So I got a little bit freaked out and I stopped meditating. So I shared this experience with the teacher, and all he said to me is, "It's an illusion." So he said, the reality is that I was experiencing a physical sensation, but then I intellectualized that sensation. I attached my own interpretation, and I created a narrative around the sensation, and that is the illusion. So that was really insightful for me because it then made me think about the illusions that I must be creating all the time. Like, how am I adding to my discomfort by creating a huge problem out of a sensation that is temporary and bound to disappear? So just now when I got really annoyed, I was able to remind myself not to add any unnecessary mental chatter to the sensation. So in the beginning, I was mentally interpreting the feeling of being annoyed. And I was telling myself that I feel annoyed because of this, and this person is to blame, and if only this had happened, it'd be better. Then I realized, I'm actually making it worse. I'm making myself miserable by adding unnecessary layers to the sensation that I'm feeling. So then I quickly dropped the narrative around it, and I just tried to treat it like any other sensation, understanding that it will go away. And then it did. So this is the whole point of Vipassana. It's practicing equanimity, understanding that there's no need to react to any emotion, any sensation, because all sensations are the same in that they arise to disappear. It's a fact that they are bound to fade away. And we already know this to be true because we're not angry forever, we're not sad forever, we're not happy forever. All sensations eventually fade away. And just now, when I got really annoyed, I realized that I was placing so much importance on the fact that I'm annoyed. I was focusing so much on the sensation, giving it so much attention, and essentially making it so much bigger than it actually needs to be. And the fact that I was giving it so much attention means that I was attached to it. Even resisting a certain sensation is a form of attachment. It's being attached to not wanting the sensation. So we can be attached to our sensations, our emotions in so many different ways, but in the end, it's all because of our own mental preference. So that's the secret to being unbothered. It's to release any preference that you have for how you should feel and how things should go in life. When we have a very clear preference, then we immediately become attached to the outcome, and it's very difficult to be unbothered when you're attached. So what I loved about Vipassana is that it shows you exactly how you deal with discomfort. So in Vipassana meditation, you're scanning your body from head to toe, and you're giving equal attention to every single sensation. And in this process, you're able to witness exactly what you're attached to. And it was an eye-opening experience to so clearly observe how much I'm attached to resisting discomfort and how much I'm attached to clinging on to relief or comfortable sensations. And I think the beauty of Vipassana is that then you can begin to connect the dots. So it seems like you're sitting in meditation just observing your body, but actually you're observing your whole life. I found that the way that I was dealing with discomfort during meditation is actually the same as the way I deal with discomfort in pretty much all areas of my life. So just as I was resisting discomfort and clinging on to relief during the meditation, I noticed how I do the same in my romantic relationship. I am so attached to feeling comfortable and safe that I try to control and manipulate the situation so that I don't have to feel discomfort. Because I don't want to feel anxious, I don't want to feel worried, I don't want to feel insecure. But the thing is, Vipassana showed me that it doesn't work to resist certain sensations and cling on to others. And it doesn't help to mentally avoid or resolve uncomfortable sensations. So it's a work in progress. And I know that Vipassana is going to be a lifelong journey. I love that in the teachings it refers to the practice as a way of life rather than a meditation practice, and I'm finding that to be true. So I'm excited to get started on this journey, on this way of life, and that I'm able to share these insights with you. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video.